Good afternoon. So, I guess about an hour ago, I shared a, on this day memory that came up in my Google Photos of, May 1st, 2019. And we had just moved to our last home, and I missed that house. When we moved there, it was like the beginning of a fresh cycle for us, because of the situation that occurred that led to us moving to that house. So it felt like a fresh beginning, like a new start. I had gone to the hardware store and I built 2 permanent raised beds, and then I got the materials to make a couple temporary ones, and they were beautiful and they flourished, and we had an abundant harvest that year. I had fresh salad every day. So 2019 marks the starting point of what is a 7-year cycle. Now, collectively, we have been feeling and talking about a shift. And if you're following astrology, then you know that Uranus just moved into Gemini from Taurus. Okay. And today we're in the we're still in the afterglow of the full moon in Scorpio. So anyway, I was thinking about these 7-year cycles. And the Jewish religion talks about the Shemitah year. The Shemitah year is the 7th year where you don't plow, you don't plant anything, you don't grow anything new. You just trust that what was already planted and is still growing will be enough to sustain you for that year. So fields are fallow. So we're not working hard at all. It's a rest year. We're doing nothing and releasing control, trusting the rest period to bring its own kind of harvest. In our case, this is a harvest of a spiritual nature, relational clarity, unexpected provision. Uranus just moved into Gemini. And I feel like we're getting a gift, and this shift is that gift. Coming out of Taurus, this is something that has to do with our stability, values, our body, our money, our self-worth, like tangible security. The slow, sensual building of a garden, but I wrote down guardian. Taurus, Earth. I think right now what we're going through, like Taurus was about a forced reinvention of security. I know for me, like I really had to learn how to budget my money. I really had to learn. I had to bring my credit score up from like nothing because I had trashed my credit. I had to learn how to do for myself. I mean, I had moved from my grandmother's home, away from home, with my kids and my family, so I no longer had the maternal support that I had when I was with her. So that was learning a whole new lesson and stability for me. Now, Uranus moving into Gemini is going to be about our mind, or it's like, you know, Uranus is that aha planet. Okay, so it's in Gemini. So these are going to be aha moments around communication, curiosity, connections, adaptability, and information. Expect sudden plot twists in how you think, speak, learn, or share ideas. So Taurus taught us what's truly worth rooting in, and Gemini is now inviting us to play in it, talk about it, remix it, and letting it spread its surprising ideas. 2026, we release control and let these things happen. This is a collective shift, and this is what a lot of readers and spiritualists and people in this community have been talking about for the last couple of days. We've learned the lesson of building and valuing. Now it's time to allow ideas, connections, and opportunities to move unpredictably. The fruit shows up through adaptability, curiosity, and staying open rather than forcing outcomes. Like, what have I been talking about for the last couple of videos, right? Duh, Naoma. Releasing expectation and judgment. Stop white knuckling life. The old structures are shifting. The old structures being like your identity and your money and how you make it, how you save it, how you keep it, how you spend it. Trust what you cultivated from 2019 to 2025. It's already done its job. Now let it breathe, evolve, and surprise you. Today is also an 8-day. I couldn't get through this without telling you that, because this is not the 8 in the traditional sense where we're talking about abundance and infinity and whatever. This is strength. This is the 8th major arcana, strength. Calm inner power, patience, and compassionate mastery. True power often looks soft on the outside while unbreakable on the inside. This Scorpio full moon, and I wrote down Scorpion again for somebody, illuminates what needs releasing so that strength can step forward in quiet power. Okay, so let's pull some cards on this shift. I'm gonna put you on pause for a second. Hold on. All right, while I was shuffling, the 5th chakra, Archangel Michael came out. How appropriate. We were just talking about how Gemini is about communication. Uranus and Gemini. This is going to be aha moments around communication. I just split the deck on patience. So this is going to be about trusting divine timing and broken heart reversed. Okay, so we know that the throat chakra is about opening our throats, saying what we need to say, communicating how we feel. Broken heart is card number 9. Ooh. 8. All right, reversed. The broken heart reversed marks a time of renewal and hope. This shift. The first year was hopeful. The garden was vibrant and green and fruitful. I just closed the door on a very toxic relationship in my life with my aunt who moved in with me and my grandmother at the end of 2018. And I was done being treated that way. I was hopeful. Adam and I had our own place. The kids had a place of their own that they could explore without the rules of grandma's house. I had the freedom to choose to let my kids explore themselves. It's been an interesting 7 years. The pain and trauma are behind you now, and you can trust that greater joy is on the way. Whatever has happened to hurt you in the past, you're now free to move on. The little gift from Uranus. The universe has much better things in store for you, so letting go of any residual grief and open your life to new self-loving intention, joyous connections will follow. Okay. So we are to trust in the stability that we built for ourselves in this last 7 years. And allow yourself to play in this energy. I just keep hearing to get your hands in the dirt and start cultivating the life that you want. But this is a rest year. Oh, I see. You already put your hands in the dirt. Now it's time to play in the garden that you created. Four Cups. Detach from any emotional hold of what? The Emperor and the Page of Pentacles. Let's see. I'll never figure this out. Okay, all right. The Emperor. That's your Taurus energy. No, that's Aries energy. That's still, that's stability and sovereignty that was built. Right? And this is new energy. This is a new 7-year cycle that we're getting ready to go into. Healthy detachment from the emotions that you may still have from the lessons that you learned in the last 7 years. The growth only seems slow because you're thinking about it in human timing. Trust the divine timing. Where you are in the cycle, that this shift is ready to settle and solidify, right? What else? Nice. The Ace of Cups. Anything else? The Moon and the Seven of Cups. There's lots of cups out here on the table. New cycles, new opportunities for romance, new opportunities for love, because this cup didn't get full all by itself. You did that for yourself through self-love, by setting strong boundaries. You filled your own cup, so now you can give from the overflow. New cycle. The Seven of Cups and the Moon. I think we've got what we have here is a the Scorpio full moon is showing us, it's illuminating the things that we need to release. Scorpio, the Death card. composting. That which dies gets recycled back into the earth. So the things that we are releasing, the emotions from the previous cycles, lessons, they don't just go away. This isn't a year of just doing nothing. They don't just go away. They turn into something else. They become something else. Okay, bottom of the deck, last card, 3 of Cups. And fucking strength for real? Okay, all right, I'm stopping. Okay, the King of Cups. And I just got through saying, you chose to love yourself. This could also be new love interest energy coming in, but this is at the foundation that you built through this 7-year cycle. The ability to love yourself. Knowing when you need to hold back. When you can't share. Sometimes sharing blocks our manifestations. And that's learned through sovereignty. A 4 of Pentacles can also be like validation seeking, right? Stop that. Be aware of who you're sharing your information with, because that could block your 6 of Wands, your victory, your success. But holding on to that for yourself until you see the manifestation. 6 of Wands. That's your victory. Queen of Pentacles. This is the Queen of Self-Love. The Queen of Self-Love meets Captain Stoic. Keeping it for yourself. The Hierophant. What are the values that you have gained from the lessons of Uranus and Taurus? Judgment. The awakening. The epiphany. You opening your throat chakra, seeking clarity, be curious, play in this energy. 3 of Cups. New boundaries, new values, new belief systems, new ways of living life. You're not white knuckling life anymore, right? Your hand's not on the steering wheel so tight because you don't know if you're going to crash 1 second or run off the road the next second, get off on the wrong exit, whatever. Because who cares? That exit may have actually been the right exit. Strength. Today's an 8-day. Leo energy. Quiet mastery of the ego, of the shadow. Okay, that's all I have for you this afternoon. It's pretty damn cold here, so I don't know what it's like everywhere else, but it's damp and cold and raining, and I'm thankful for the rain because that means the burn ban's going to be over soon. We've needed the rain desperately, but this weather has been so weird this year. I love you guys. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will catch you on the next one later.